Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continually teach us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in his word and truth sincerity. All right, this is going to be a quick one. I was listening to this video by the judge, Napoleano. He had Scott Ritter on there yesterday, and man, I'm gonna play the clip just so you can hear what he say. But hey, like the scriptures say, there shall be sedition of men. We in those times, man. Apostle Tar, he says it frequently. We in the time of 2 Edges 15 and 2 Edges 16. And that's true. All right. This is going to be a quick one. I'm going to play what he said and then grab some scriptures.
Trump is a liar. I mean, Trump treated the American people.
And, this is just fair use. Oh, damn. I ain't mean to do that.
I mean, Trump treated the American people like we were the perfect wife. I mean, he bought us flowers. He gave us perfume on our birthday. He whispered all the right things in our ears. He was there for every important event. And then we married him. It turns out he had a mistress the whole time. And that mistress was war. And this is what he wanted. This is the real Donald Trump. He lied to the American people. And now the constitutional republic is dead in the water. We have a president who puts his own morality over the rule of law, over the Constitution. He says, I am more important than the Constitution. I am more relevant than the Constitution, and I will be the only one that gets to make these decisions. Constitutional due process is out the window. The constitutional republic's in a lot of trouble if it's not dead already.
So of what value is the Constitution?
Man, I recommend watching this video. I was cracking up because everything he's saying is the truth. Trump, he said recently he don't need international law. Pretty much he's saying a whole lot of shit, man. When you listen to more of this video, they go into how pretty much Trump is saying how he's gonna run Venezuela and how the Constitution prohibits you from being ruling over a foreign government, something like that. They go into, but hey, man, Trump, he bamboozled you people. And it's funny because, and I hope we do run into that Edomite, man. It's an Edomite. He used to come up to our camp and he couldn't see it at first. He knew that Trump, he's pretty much a puppet, but he didn't want to accept it because this is these Edomites. This is their last, pretty much their last, in their eyes, how can I say it? Pretty much this is their last Trump, like the scriptures say, the last Trump. But they putting all their eggs in his basket, so to say. The Edomite is hoping that, they were hoping he was going to make America great again or, save America. But what did he do? He's making more wars. He said he would stop all the wars. He would stop the Ukraine war in 24 hours. And then it just came out with the $2,000 stimulus check. He got asked about it. And he said, when did I say that? Yo, this is funny, man. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This is the end of Esau Edom Akim. This is his end, man. It's funny. Alright. I'm about to finish this video, but it had me cracking up. But I want to grab let me grab this, man, because we seeing the downfall of Esau. Alright. This Sirach chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So the water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, we seeing the fall of our enemy, man. All right, our chief enemy Esau Edom. Okay, we seeing the downfall of Because our enemies go past him. He's the number one enemy. But 2/3 of our people is our enemy. You know, these heathens is our enemy. Everybody's going down, man. But Esau through. That's why he's going to war with everybody. He's saying with the whole Greenland thing, yeah, we got to do it before China and Russia does it. And Dmitry Medvedev, the former president of Russia, okay, he's the deputy chairman of the Security Council in Russia now. He says a lot of things on the internet, but he trolled Trump. I was saying yesterday, he said if all the 60,000 people in Greenland vote to join Russia, then it's over. Something like that he said. But you know, Trump is like, yeah, we got to do it before Russia and China does it. And the whole Venezuela thing was to keep them out of the hemisphere. Pretty much they're establishing dominance, and they're letting it known like we going to war with y'all. It ain't gonna be no multipolar world that y'all spouting. We gonna run this shit. That's the pride of Babylon. Okay, I seen this video, and Salakia, I'm rambling, but I seen this video Headstuff did. I'm gonna just say this and get back into the scriptures. He did. It's a video of him pretty much saying, yeah, no more men in dresses. You know, we need the what did he call it? The battle machine, something like that he called it. But he was referring to you people that's gonna fight, you know, in the war. All right. He's pretty much saying like we need y'all to be ready to fight, because we're in the time of war. But going back to this, Sirach 25:7, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So we're seeing the fall of Esau, man. There's no denying it. He and that's why now they're playing victim, and you got guys like Elon Musk, you know, stirring the pot of racial tension. You know, he's always posting, you know, mug shots of Jake, and, you know, crimes where you got Jake targeting Edomites, which all of this is psyops. But pretty much saying, yeah, you know, we're being killed at an all-time high. You know, no more white guilt. You know, JD Fentz said you don't have to apologize for being white anymore. And, you know, pretty much they're doing this, man. It's to manipulate the masses and cause what they want, which is division. You know? And Trump said, I seen an article yesterday that he pretty much said civil rights has hurt white people, something like that he said. So this nigga, he's going down. He's going down, and they want you to look at Jake as the enemy, because there is going to be civil unrest. But they want racial wars, and they want division, because when they come in with the solution, it'll be easier to get you if everybody's divided. It's all a tactic, okay? But we know that, hey, this gonna be Purge 5.0. It's gonna be worse than what you've seen in movies. All right, but you know, going back to the scriptures, Salakia, hey, we seeing the downfall of Esau, and we taking joy in that. All right, but going back to that video. It's gonna lead to sedition. I just had to bring that out because we in a beautiful time, man. Lord willing, brothers staying strong, and Lord willing, we endure to the end. We at the end of this thing, man. We at the end of our captivity, man. And like the scriptures say, the former things shall not be remembered nor come into mind. When it's over, man, we gonna be so happy to be in the kingdom, man. We ain't even gonna really we ain't even really gonna dwell on this shit, man. We're at the end. All right, but this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 16, and you know this is gonna be brought out a lot more. I can see through the spirit, because we're in the fulfillment. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. So we're going to see sedition, all right, which is a speech or incitement, pretty much you stirring people up, to rebel against a government or authority. And people are going to be labeled that for coming, being against the Trump administration, because the whole situation with the ICE agent killing that Edomite, Trump, he was questioned about it, and he said, yeah, they were very disrespectful to law enforcement, which he was, but that's what they're going to say to justify lethal force. Okay, you need to listen to law enforcement. You need to, obey them, because there is going to be martial law. All right. That's why verse 17 says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay, the military is going to get more involved in civilian life. Okay. But I'm going to end it here. I ain't got to keep rambling. Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom.